Hello students, welcome to the statistics class. In the previous sessions, we discussed about the different measures of finding fertility. Those are CBR, GFR, ASFR and the problems based on all the three measures. In today's session, let us study about the last concept of finding the fertility rate, that is total fertility rate, TFR. Total fertility rate is defined as sum total of annual age-specific fertility rates. So TFR is the total of ASFR values. As we all know that TFR or total fertility rate is computed based on the age-specific fertility rates. Now, before proceeding, consider the given example. In this example, as you can see, different age groups are given along with the female population and the number of live births. Now, in order to find TFR, the first step you should find all the ASFR value for the given age groups. Now, for the first age group 15 to 19, find the respective ASFR value. For the next age group, find the ASFR value and similarly compute ASFR value for the given age groups. After computing age groups, after computing ASFR values, find the total ASFR value. Now, based on this, you can compute TFR value. So, there are two different formulas of computing total fertility rate. Again, the formula is chosen based on the age groups. Here, if the width of the class or width of the class interval is 5, in that case the formula has to be multiplied by 5, or else the sum of ASFR will be taken as TFR. So the two different formulas are TFR equal to sigma I equal to 15 to 49 ASFR values, which means total fertility rate equal to, it is the sum total of ASFR. The total ASFR will be taken as TFR. In the second formula, TFR equal to 5 into sigma quinquennial ASFR, which means if the difference between the age group, difference between the class or the width of the class is 5, when the width is 5, the total ASFR value has to be multiplied by 5. When the width is not exactly 5, then total ASFR will be taken as TFR. I repeat, when the width is not equal to 5, in that case, the total of ASFR value will be taken as TFR. When the width of the class interval is 5, in that case, total of ASFR has to be multiplied by 5. So when the width is 5, we call it as quinquennial ASFR. So the width is 5, the word quinquennial comes. So quinquennial ASFR value multiplied by 5. So these are the two different formulas of computing total fertility rate. Now, this rate indicates the number of children born per 1000 women. You are calculating the ratio for 1000 women of childbearing age, provided none of these women die before the childbearing age is completed. Now, this is the assumption which we make. We assume that we are calculating the ratio for 1000 women where none of the women die before the completion of the childbearing age, which means none of the women die before completing the age of 49 years. But in reality, that need not be true. So that is only the assumption which we make, but in reality that is not true. So TFR, here you are finding the ratio for 1000 women population, because TFR is based on ASFR values. Again, ASFR is computed for 1000 women population. Since the formula of ASFR is multiplied by 1000, here you will get the TFR value around 1000. In order to find TFR per woman, or the number of children or average number of children born per woman. In order to find this ratio, divide your TFR value by 1000, where you will get the average number of children born in lifetime of one woman. Total fertility rate is the only measure of fertility which can be used for the comparison of a fertility of different population, which means here by using TFR you can compare the fertility rate of different population. For example, consider locality A and locality B. There are two different localities A and B. Find the birth rate for the first locality, similarly find the birth rate even in the second locality, and then you can compare the birth rate. The population or the locality with more population, the locality with more population will be considered as the fertile population, where the birth rate is more and the population is more compared to the other locality. So by this you can compare the fertility or the birth rate in different locations or localities or for the different populations. So this is the only measure which can be used for the comparison of fertility in different populations. Merits. It is used for comparing the fertility rates of different populations. This is the only measure of fertility which can be used for the comparison of birth rate of different population. It gives due weightage to age composition, because as we all know that TFR is based on ASFR, where ASFR is computed based on the age group. So it gives more weightage to age composition. It considers only female population of childbearing age. Again, as we all know that except CBR, for the rest of the fertility measure only female population will be considered. So even for TFR we consider only the female population. So this is based on female population of childbearing age group. Demerits. It does not indicate the rate of growth of population due to births, because here we are considering only female population along with the number of live births. Again, the population contains both male and female population, but while computing TFR we are considering only the female population. Only a part of the population is considered for our calculation purpose. So based on a part of the population we cannot predict about the entire population. So it does not indicate the growth of a population, because we are considering only female population. It is based on an assumption that all women survive throughout the childbearing age. This is the assumption which we make, that all women survive up to their childbearing age, which need not be true. So this is only the assumption, but in reality this is not true. Consider the given example. First example, the quinquennial age-specific fertility rates for women of childbearing age group of a community are 25, 60, 70, 40, 20, 12 and 5. Compute total fertility rate. Here the quinquennial ASFRs given, the quinquennial age specific fertility rate, quinquennial ASFRs are given. So age specific fertility values are given in the question, ASFR values are given. Your question is to find TFR. As we all know that there are two different formulas of computing TFR. One is when the width is 5 into sum of ASFR will give you TFR. The other formula is when the width is not equal to 5, the total of ASFR will give you TFR. Here the word quinquennial is given. Quinquennial means the difference between the age groups, or the width of the class is 5. Quinquennial means the width of the class is 5. Since it is quinquennial ASFR, the difference is 5. So the formula is TFR equal to 5 into sigma quinquennial ASFRs. So 5 into sum of quinquennial ASFR, sum total of ASFR value. Add all the ASFR value, that is 25 plus 60 plus 70 plus 40 plus 20 plus 12 plus 5. You will get its total, that is 232. Multiply this by 5. 5 into 232, that is equal to 1160, 1160. Second example, the quinquennial age-specific fertility rates for women for childbearing age group of a community are 25, 114, 150, 110, 80, 30 and 4. Compute TFR. Again, here in this question, the quinquennial age-specific fertility rates are given. Quinquennial, width of the class intervals are 5. So first write the formula under solution. TFR equal to 5 into sigma quinquennial ASFRs. 5 multiplied by the sum of ASFR value. Add all the given values. The sum total will be 513 multiplied by 5, and the final answer is 2565. Third example, calculate total fertility rate for the following data. Also calculate the average number of children born to women of childbearing age. Here there are two different questions and the data is given in the question. First you should find total fertility rate, you should find the TFR, and then you should find the average number of children born to women of childbearing age group, which means you should divide TFR by 1000, where you will get the average number of children born. Now, as we all know that TFR is calculated based on the ASFR values. So, in the solution part, draw the table, include one more column to find the ASFR values. Since you are finding ASFR, first write ASFR formula. ASFR equal to average number of live births in a specified age group in a year divided by total number of females in that particular age group in a year multiplied by 1000. So first write ASFR formula since you are computing the value. After that, compute ASFR value, that is birth divided by female population multiplied by 1000, which is 60 by 1000 multiplied by 1000. So the first ASFR value is 60. Compute the next value. 200 by 2500 multiplied by 1000. Answer is 80. Similarly, compute all the ASFR values. And at the end, find the total ASFR, which is 407.5. After computing the ASFR values, write TFR formula. TFR equal to 5 into sigma quinquennial ASFRs. Here the formula is multiplied by 5 because the width of the class intervals are 5. So 5 into 407.5, which is equal to 2037.5. This is your first question. The first question was to find TFR. So TFR equal to 2037.5. Now second sub question, they ask you to find the average number of children born to women of childbearing age group. So you should find the average number of children. Average number of children equal to TFR divided by 1000. So 2037.5 divided by 1000, that is equal to 2.0375. Therefore, there are 2 births per woman of childbearing age group. In the next example, from the following data, calculate total fertility rate. Again, the data is given in the question. First, write down solution. draw the table, copy the data from the question, include one more column to find the ASFR values and compute all the ASFR value, write ASFR formula. Then here in the first column, the width of the class interval is 5. So write TFR formula, TFR equal to 5 into sigma quinquennial ASFRs, for which find all the ASFR value, find their total, substitute in the formula and find the TFR value. Here they didn't ask you to find the total or average number of children born, so you need not find that ratio. The question was to find a TFR and the answer is 2379.65.